Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jake. Thank you for tuning in or watching. This is the Toxin Crocs podcast. I am your host. We have guest John, and we have co-hosts Chris and Stacy. We are going to kind of wing it today, see how everything goes. Oh, sorry, Chris. There you go. He's got his candy corn that he was just showing, but I did not have the camera on him. I apologize. Meh. So, how is everybody doing?
A little congested.
Yeah, I can hear that.
A little hungry. A little disappointed that he only brought candy corn and chicken. Sick of chicken. Don't want candy. Yeah.
You want that chicken?
No, I don't want the chicken. Not sponsored. Todd Graves, go away.
You can have my mac and cheese bowl.
I don't like Velveeta.
What?
I like Kraft. The Velveeta cheese is weird.
I love Velveeta.
Give me
They
the
got a
powdered cheese
big old
product.
block of Velveeta with a can of Rotel, then a
no.
bunch of ground, like brown hamburger. Put that all together. Best dip ever.
No.
Welcome to our food episode.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
we
if
did
we're
that kind of
talking
last
about it-
time, too.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Just saying, I want my fake cheese to be good.
I like Velveeta.
I don't.
I'm a big Velveeta fan.
I like powder and half a stick of butter, a little bit of milk, and that's how I make my Kraft. I mean, well, it's not how I made my last Kraft. It was weird. So, okay, if we're going into food.
All right, let's do it. Just talk about it.
Sorry. If we're winging this episode, then this is perfect.
Yeah, this is a winging it episode right now.
I bought an entire tub of yellow curry paste. And the Lisas know that this thing is huge, and making one curry does not put a dent in it whatsoever. It's probably 10 ounces, 16? 16 is probably more
is it
accurate.
this one?
No, it's like this big. It's this around.
Oh, what's the smaller one?
Yeah.
The smaller ones, I think, are 16 ounces.
16 ounces. But 16 ounces of curry paste is amazing because I don't even think you use maybe half an ounce when you cook curry. I mean, maybe an ounce, but still. It's really hard to go through, and it lasts for a year. So I tried different ways to make it. So I got bored one day. I took some shrimp, my stick of butter, and all of this curry powder, and I sautéed the paste in butter. And then I cooked the shrimp in it. And then I mixed it in with the mac and cheese, and it is the best mac and cheese I've ever had. This curried yellow shrimp mac and cheese is amazing.
Sounds good.
I'm hungry.
One of
I
the-
need to make curry for you sometime.
Is it as good as them there French fried taters and butter and all biscuit?
French fried taters and
I'm
biscuits.
gonna get that sling blade over here. I'm gonna kill them.
Oh, you know it there, Bubba.
Get them French fried taters. I'll get there. I'll go through the drive-thru there, and I'll order food like this sometimes.
And you go through KFC there, Bubba, or are you going to Popeyes?
I used to go through that there McDonald's back when I was in the military and be like, I like me some double cheeseburger.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh.
McDonald's is so weird. They have a few secret menu options. One of them
Yep.
I can't say, but the friend always ordered it whenever we were in college. It was beef and chicken patty, and then bacon. I mean, probably just call it the barnyard, but
In North Platte, at least when I was going there for my unit, it was called the McDizzle,
McDizzle.
where you take a McDouble and a McChicken and put them together.
Oh yeah,
You'd order it that way.
oh
You
yeah.
always order it.
I never did it at McDonald's, but I did it at Wendy's with a spicy chicken patty and their burgers, and oh man, I miss it so much.
The Big Todd and the Dog Bowl at Cane's.
The what?
What?
The Big Todd and the Dog
I
Bowl.
don't remember those at all.
These are not on the menu, not on the secret menu. These are things that we made up when I was working there. The Dog Bowl is half an order of fries, 2 chicken fingers shredded, put on the fries, cane sauce, and then you shake it so it blends. If you want to go crazy, you can put coleslaw on it or hot sauce.
Huh.
And then the Big Todd is like you get a chicken sandwich, so top bun, bottom bun, but the 3 chicken fingers that go on it, then a bottom bun again, and then 3 chicken fingers, and then cane sauce on it. So it's like a Big Mac, but we call it the Big Todd.
That's too much chicken. It's just a caniac in a bun.
It was a freaking it was
Yeah,
a
no.
big creature.
The only additions I want to make to my sandwich is just coleslaw. If I ever get the sandwich.
I hate their coleslaw. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's disappointing.
I hate Cane's coleslaw.
That's okay though.
Not enough sauce. It's too much like veggie and then chemical.
You're the no
Oh,
salt extra
that's
toast
fair.
guy.
Yeah, I'm the no slaw
Dude,
extra toast
most
person.
people.
Most people
coleslaws,
are,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's more impressive if people get the coleslaw instead of no slaw extra
Right.
toast.
I'm the coleslaw person and the no toast person.
I mean, I do both. Yeah.
Yeah, Shawnee will eat the coleslaw, and I'm just like, no, can't do it. All right.
No salt extra
food.
Bob toast.
Okay.
Well, okay, let's go into Happy Crappies.
Okay.
John, you want to go first?
Not really, but I'll
Okay,
do
we
this.
can go someone else.
Oh no, it's okay. I can do it.
Okay.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big kid now.
Where's my big boy?
I just feel like there should be like an arf after like a roof. I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't know. Dogs are friendly. And
That's fantastic.
I don't know where else to go with
I'm a
that.
big boy. Arf.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. Would be perfect for like a pet store.
Yeah.
Regardless, my happy and crappy is kind of a slurry of the two, because nothing particularly great has happened since last time I've been on the podcast. Nothing particularly bad has happened. I'm just kind of sitting in a slurry of, oh well, that happened, kind of sucked. This happened, kind of cool, but nothing life changing. Currently, there's a game that I play a lot that I'm trying to find motivation to get back into. It's just an online game that you play with other people. It's a bit like a D&D session, but it's constantly going.
Yeah.
Crappy is I'm still stuck at my job. I hate it. For the last 2 hours, I've wanted to bludgeon myself against one of the many beautiful walls that you can find within the restaurant. Not seriously. Don't take that out of context, viewers
Or listeners.
or listeners.
Both.
Viewers? Yeah. It's not-
Or closed caption readers.
And if you would like to watch the, what's our name? Talks and Crocs.
Talks and Crocs. Yeah.
Been a while. It was going to be if you want to watch us visually, we are on YouTube
And Rumble.
and Rumble, and
Well.
we are on so many audio
And
sites.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, and
Are we
TikTok.
on
I've been
TikTok?
posting a
Yeah.
lot more on TikTok.
Oh my
lately, yeah.
lord!
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been on TikTok for a while. It's just I had found an AI to use now that makes way better TikToks than I ever did.
That's concerning. I'm scared.
AI
Old
take
me.
over.
Skynet.
Join
Yeah.
them. If you can't beat them, join them. Right? No.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
that's how it
definitely
works.
Skynet.
No.
And definitely not how that works. Don't do it.
Good movies. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. He's pointing
Yeah,
at me.
Chris is pointing at Stacy.
You've been chosen.
You are the
Okay.
chosen one.
So for my happy, I got all of my stuff moved into my office, in my new office.
Yeah.
However, we don't have like all of the stuff out of my old office because most of it is junk. But we're going to try to get a lot of it. We're going to donate to to Goodwill. To Goodwill, they have a program with Dell where they recycle old computers. So I'm waiting to hear back from the guy to see if they will take like the monitors and the printers and stuff too, or if they just want the towers.
Man, I can't imagine how many junk PCs you guys could probably cobble together with spare parts.
Yeah,
I
we
can tell you
have
how many.
We have at least 100 of them in my office. At least 100. That's how many I could count that I could see.
Holy
I have been in her office. It's nice. It's not exactly tidy, but it is certainly. Well, I mean, it's not exactly unkempt, but it is certainly exploded with several PC parts.
It's
and
an IT office.
Yeah.
It's an IT
Yeah.
graveyard.
Yeah, there were lots and lots of towers in there.
Yeah.
Stacks and stacks of
I mean,
towers.
it is fascinating though.
Yeah, but
Wish I was in there more.
my crappy is that I'm all congested because dust from the computers and moving stuff, and then the weather going, it's winter, it's spring, it's winter, and the plants are going, let's pollinate. So
Yeah.
I'm completely congested.
I did notice flowers popping up again.
Yeah.
Like stuff is flowering. It's like you shouldn't be flowering right now.
Yeah, so I'm congested. That's my crappy.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
My happy is that it's Friday, and tomorrow we're gonna go to somebody's birthday out of town. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Whose birthday? Or can you say because it's a secret and they might be listening right now?
I'd be really surprised if they're listening.
Heard that.
That'd be a
He's
little
what,
weird.
13?
No.
Younger?
He's turning 9, I think.
Sorry. Yeah,
Wow, 4 years off.
he's little.
I mean, you tried.
Are you the uncle or what?
No.
Just a friend.
yeah.
That's fair.
My nose just did something weird. It sounded like a darn door opening. I'm like,
Oh.
Well, it didn't come across mic, so.
I kind of heard it.
Did you?
He's the little man in the nose.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris. Go on.
I'm a man in the nose. Allison. Okay, moving on. I probably would say my crappy is I'm tired, more tired than I should be because somebody
been-
coughs all night.
Because I coughed all night, yeah.
For those of you that don't know and listening at home, both of them are very light sleepers.
No,
I'm the
heavy.
light
Well,
sleeper.
that's fair.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
You can vacuum around her and she won't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, Roscoe can bark out right outside the window and I don't wake up most
I
of the
could
time.
probably shoot a shotgun off. She wouldn't hear
Wow.
Maybe.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
I haven't tested it.
I sleep really heavy.
You might get the cops called on you, though. You're here in town.
Yeah.
Just need a potato.
Yeah.
We
Don't worry
have-
about it.
We
Oh, I got you. Or a pop bottle.
Or a pop bottle. It doesn't actually.
Probably a Gatorade bottle on that one. but yeah.
we have someone in our neighborhood who fabricates fireworks, large fireworks,
Really?
and they set them off.
Wow.
I don't want to say randomly, but like not during 4th of July time.
Oh,
Throughout the year, randomly.
Yeah.
It seems random anyway.
And they're not like inch and a half. I mean, we're talking
It's a big boom.
big booms. Yeah.
big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Yeah.
Big a boom.
Hey, I don't wake up when we have those storms with the really loud thunder.
Lilu Dallas.
Lilu Dallas multicat.
No, Dallas.
Multicat.
Multi-cat.
Chicken.
Litter.
Chicken
Multi-cat litter.
good.
Yeah, okay.
Chicken.
Dallas
Chicken
multi-cat.
good.
Hold it up, multi-cat litter.
And welcome to our
It's a
Fifth
meme.
Element podcast.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing the Star Wars shirt this time. We're going to go into Fifth Element.
Yeah, you prepared wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. I did not listen to what is that? Not Mufasa. Scar. Lion King. Be prepared. I was not
Nice.
prepared.
Awesome.
I don't remember The Lion King.
Really?
Nope, not at all. I think I saw it once and then never again.
Oh, that's my
And that
favorite
was like when I was
movie.
5.
It's a
It's
good
my
movie.
favorite movie.
Listen, I know a lion dies, and then, I mean, what's his name? I was just shown Lilu from The Fifth Element, holding up cat litter. By the way, for the there it is.
Holding
If you
up
are
cat
visual,
litter.
yeah.
Multicat.
Yeah.
Multi-cat.
Multicat.
What was I saying? What was I on about?
You were
Lion
talking
King.
about
Lion King. Yeah, I don't remember the main character's name.
Simba.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That guy.
I love that movie. It's my favorite movie.
Heard that.
That movie came out when I was 12 years old, and it came out right after my grandpa died. And when I watched that movie for the first time, and they talked about the kings of the past being up in the stars and watching over you and stuff, it made me think of my grandpa. So that movie has a really special place in my heart because of the time that it was released.
Yeah.
I like big cats, so
Oh yeah.
I kind of, wanted to go see it anyway. But then after my grandpa died and I went and saw it, then it had more significance to me.
Have you ever listened to the songs in the Lion King movies and actually paid attention to their lyrics?
Yes.
There's a lot of them though that are like in the beginning, they're really Christian based. Like in the beginning of each movie, they're really Christian based.
I
Just
believe
surprised
it.
me.
I mean, Disney's fully, it's marketed, or at least mostly, usually it was, I don't know about now, but, marketed as whole family, wholesome Christian fun. I mean, maybe not Christian, but it came across that way.
I know they're really not that Christian anymore.
No,
Yeah, not so much.
I'd say that was kind of in the before time.
in the long, long ago.
The before time.
In the long ago.
Long time ago.
This is before the apocalypse.
Yes.
Yes.
Long ago in the past.
Once upon a time, Disney did not own everything.
True.
Those were good days. I did not have to sell my first child to the Disney mouse.
I saw something in Walmart that would surprise you, Chris. I saw an entire section of nothing but Bibles and Christian books.
Really?
Yep.
Surprised the building didn't start on fire.
And so I'm like, I saw it, I'm like, holy cow, I got to tell Chris about this. It was literally just different. Oh, someone's got that bass going out there.
But no
All
treble.
about that bass. About
Not
that bass. About
No
that bass.
treble.
I hate that song because there is no bass.
You're the one I got that
We've
from.
talked about
Yeah.
It's like, how can you have a song that's all about the bass and have no bass? Yeah, there's a bass instrument in the background, but there's no boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
I think it's because she's talking about booty.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that a meat stick?
Call the police. We can't say that. Not okay.
meat pops.
No.
A meat popsicle?
It's a quote from the movie.
Okay, that is okay. Fair enough.
No, it's totally fine. We're not being obnoxious or naughty.
Well, I mean, we're being a little obnoxious.
Well, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
but not
yeah.
naughty.
Anybody who records themselves is slightly obnoxious. Just saying.
Nah, I'd never guess. I can't even say it with a straight face.
All right, so my happy and crappy, get us a little bit back on that anyway. The other night when it was really windy outside, I went to my garage to do something. Went to go close my garage door, and the wind picked up, and for some reason that door just slammed right then and caught my pinky.
Oh.
No, not my pinky, my index finger. The tip of my index finger, and Shawnee heard me holler from inside the house. That's a good 70 feet away.
Oh.
She comes out, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine, son. But yeah. And then creepy thing at Walmart on Sunday, but I'll get to that later. Happy, joy. Let me think here. Happy. Everybody's happy. How many happy things can I do in one deal? I don't know about a happy right now. I think the happy is going to be right now and tonight.
Heard that. Live in the moment, buddy.
And
Hell,
tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
We are going to be surprising Ronan with monster trucks tomorrow in Lincoln.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be awesome.
That's fun.
Is this his first monster truck?
Yes.
Oh, he'll have lots.
What?
Get out of here.
Yeah, you got it. I missed it earlier.
I might suggest, do you bring headphones to those?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely bring earmuffs for him.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be way too loud.
Yeah, no, it's way too loud as an adult, just saying. Like that stuff. It's fun to watch. It's not my usual thing, but it is so loud.
Very.
But it's so much fun.
That's a decent.
Apparently, we got the pre-show pit tickets too. Shawnee bought. There's an extra $10 a person or something.
nice.
So it's whatever. I've never done that before, so that'll be interesting.
That's fun.
All right. Who wants to go into story time first? Because I know we got some stories here. Chris has some.
So we have just.
I
done
caught
those
on to
goes.
that a little bit.
Our host has lost or won, depending on how you look at it.
Okay, well, I'll go to my story about Sunday. So last podcast, we went the whole spooky route with Brad. I think we're going to go that route today, too, a little bit. We're getting close to the end of October. I think, we got one more episode for this month. I don't know how we'll keep the spookiness going, but we'll figure something
Oh,
out.
there's always, yeah.
So
I know.
I wish I could remember exactly what you said, Stacy, but it went right in with what happened on Sunday as I was going home. It was something like where the evil, the demonic will try to scare you or something
Yeah.
like that. So I went into Walmart. Shawnee and Ronan are driving separately from me because we drove separate that day. I forget why. Oh, yeah, because Shawnee wasn't able to come to church. She wasn't feeling quite right. She's prego, so, the whole sickness thing preggers get. And so he rode home with her. I'm in Walmart. I wanted to buy some milk and coffee, the necessities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And as I'm leaving, I walk around the corner to where there's those vending machines in all the Walmarts, like the key making machine, different vending machine and stuff. There's people standing there, and some gal just turns towards me as soon as I walk around the corner, laughing like this weird laugh, and just looking straight at me, laughing. And I'm just kind of like, what the heck? And as I get close to her, she goes, while laughing, it's a hard laugh to describe. It's like maniacal, but not like, yeah, laugh. It's kind of like an evilish laugh. looks at me while laughing and says, "Ha ha ha! You've lost babies before," which we've had 2 miscarries. And she kept like looking at me dead in the eye, but it was almost like there were 2 voices with her laugh.
That sounds like demonic possession, is what it sounds like to me.
It's like maybe I should have grabbed her and just started yelling, "The power of Christ compels you!" But no, it's like it threw me off, and it's like I told Shawnee about it. It's like I wasn't scared, but it's like I've never experienced that before. I've never experienced somebody that seemed like they had the demonic spirit on them or in them.
Yeah.
But it's like you only see that in movies where they instantly turn towards you and then just start doing that laugh. And it threw me off. And I'm just like the whole way home thinking about it. Just threw me off. So that's the story I wanted to tell you guys.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like I've never ran into that before. The person I've had stuff happen to me, seen things. I've never seen a person do something like that.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way that they could have just guessed that and knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did is I sent Shawnee a message. I asked her right away when I got home and it sent her a message. I asked her, like, Phaedra's still kicking, right? Like kicking and
Yeah.
moving around and stuff, and she is. She's fine. Which is what our kid's name is going to be is Phaedra.
It's a good game.
Reminds me of like water dragon. So I'm thinking eventually maybe a water dragon tattoo or something. I don't know. But yeah, there was like it was spooky, but I wasn't scared of her because I don't know. I'm just not scared of that. But
Just throws you
Yeah.
off.
I was just thrown off. Like I've never experienced something that I've only seen in movies before.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think of that?
Yeah. Well,
That is definitely something that would be kind of creepy in the moment. But knowing who you serve and who has the real power does not make it like terrifying.
yeah.
I mean, for somebody that doesn't know Jesus and somebody comes up to them and says something like that to them, that would scare the crap out of them.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
fits the spooky theme for the month.
I mean, I think that was the first time I've seen something I would say there's got to be a true demonic presence there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I've only seen that in movies.
yeah.
I never denied its existence that something like that could happen,
Right,
but I never thought I'd see it.
right.
Fair.
All right. Who's next?
You've got stories. You said you've got stories.
I have lots of stories.
Yeah.
Are we talking about
lots of
spooky
stories.
stories? Are we talking about gaming stories? Are we
We
talking
go
about
spooky-ish. Spooky.
Your phone is ringing.
I felt the vibrations through the table.
It is.
I can't see who it is, but I could see it light up.
Or do we have a secret caller? Oh, he's gonna take it somewhere else. Never mind.
What's up?
This isn't board game night, man. Okay.
Gotta love it when people
All
call.
right, bud. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
So how you doing?
Congested, trying to not choke into the microphone.
Heard that.
Oh,
Wait,
Chris
so-
is running away.
Who is it?
Freddie.
Oh, handsome man.
Is it game night?
Nope, it's not game night.
No, it's not
tonight.
game night. Right now it's podcast night, and then it's Willow's End night.
Yeah, it's Willow's End. It's
Yep.
our game night, but it's a really long game night.
Oh, he's got books.
He does have books.
Yeah, because I kind of have to look over our stuff that I'm going to run for you guys later.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna destroy us or something?
Wait, are you going? Is that part of the story that you're telling right now?
No.
Right
Okay.
meow.
Yeah.
Right
like-
now.
Right
Right.
here, right now.
Right now.
Right meow. Okay. Stories. Story.
Once upon a time. No. I don't know if I have anything off the top of my head.
Wow.
You said you had stories. You,
So much for
On
that.
Discord, you're like, I've got stories.
You've got
Yeah.
stories, huh?
you said
Well,
you had stories for today.
Chris Lee's 2023.
Yes.
Wow.
That was a little loud. I'm sorry.
That was really good.
Do
Sneaky squeaker.
Do we want to do some random questions?
We could do that.
to get started, and then he can think of a story while we're doing that.
Okay. Do you got random questions, Miss Stacy?
I have at least one. I can
All
find
right.
more.
Let's go.
Let's roll with it.
So,
Mushrooms.
what is the most amazing fact that you know?
Mushrooms. I honestly can't say some of them because they're not PG-13. I won't lie.
Do you want me to start with mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if it's the most amazing fact that there is, but I think it's pretty cool. And it's something I came across, probably 20 years ago. Did you know that porcupines float in water because their quills are hollow?
Yeah.
Huh.
I found that very interesting. I've never been able to try it. I mean, I don't have a random porcupine to throw in water, but
Yeah.
supposedly they float in water because their quills are hollow and they have air in them.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
They do.
I love porcupines, and they're one of the myths, or at least if you didn't know that it was a myth, that they can shoot their quills. They can't. They're just very easily detachable,
Right.
Yes.
They
Ooh.
smack with their tail.
Oh, yeah.
Usually into something.
which stinks because they're so cute.
And they also make the cutest little sounds.
Oh, dude.
I'm like,
In the same vein, pangolins. Oh, I love pangolins. I wish they
is that
were
what a sand shrew is designed after? A pangolin?
Probably.
Probably.
probably. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I wish they weren't endangered. Cute little guys. I think they're endangered.
I don't know. Everything's endangered when it comes to human beings.
Yeah, it's fair. We kind of suck, dude.
And cats. Sorry. Cats have killed a lot of things
cats
off.
Are,
We're doing
Yeah.
random questions, right?
yeah,
Yes.
we're doing random questions.
We're still on Stacy's, though.
Yeah.
An amazing fact.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
your amazing fact?
I had a random question.
Oh, well, okay.
Well,
Don't forget it.
I won't.
Okay. I can go if you need to think.
Yeah, go.
All right. So something that I find amazing is the moment of conception between an egg cell and a sperm cell and a human being. Did you know there's a little blip of light that happens?
I'd heard this.
that's what I've heard too.
So that makes you think about to the Genesis where it says, "Let there be light." And then there was light, then life came. So as soon as that spark of life happens, there's literally light that shows up, and they don't know how it's created. They have no idea.
Huh.
They can't figure it out.
It's
Interesting.
interesting.
It just that was a cool little thing.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
I don't really have anything, groundbreaking or something truly that I find the most amazing, but I think that it's a neat fact. I have been told that Runza and Raising Cane's have the same fries.
Really?
Yep. They have
Chris
they have the same
disagrees.
fries, but Runza blanches theirs.
They do blanch theirs, but I don't think they're the same bride.
No, I'm pretty sure they're both McCain's.
We need
Maybe
to-
now.
We need to do a scientific test.
I'd be okay
I
with
can
this.
call somebody.
Oh well, that takes the fun out of it.
That does kind of take the fun out of it.
We were like going to get white lab coats, and
Stop being
get
a pooper, man.
goggles, and
Don't be a deadbeat.
Sorry,
guy.
a lot of people in the food
You just-
industry. All I have to do is make a phone call.
Get the orange hair, and then just run around and go meep.
Well, and we can go get some frozen fries from Raising Cane's and some frozen fries from Runza, and then cook them and see if they taste the same.
Like, obviously, we can ask people. Did you know
We
that
want my-
DJ worked at Runza? Like, I could ask him, and he's literally like blocks away.
You just say, "Hey, I want fries, but I want them frozen. I want them uncooked."
I don't know if
They
they
can't
can
serve 'em.
legally. Yeah, they can't legally do that.
Right.
We'll go behind the restaurant,
Yeah.
like a little trench coat.
Just got to know a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew a guy. All right, Chris, your turn.
I need the medium
Oh.
frozen order. Go.
I have an actual one for later. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sweet.
Are we still doing amazing things that
Amazing
I know?
fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or fun fact, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
kind of amazing.
Do it.
Did you know that somebody wrote a thesis in college about cats and their ability to survive tall falls?
Oh yeah.
And they did several tests of throwing cat out of a window from 1 story up to, I think it was 12 stories. And the 12-story cat fell and only chipped a tooth.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the cats.
I mean,
Why it
That's
doesn't
still
hurt.
amazing,
It
but
is
I
a
feel
little
bad
bit
for the
like-
cats.
if you're onto animal cruelty, it's a little bad, but fascinating.
That thesis is out on the internet. You can look it up.
Isn't it like they could survive terminal velocity, cats?
Well, what happens with cats, another interesting fact,
Just so relaxed
is
when they
once they get
fall
to a point, they basically spread themselves out and completely relax because they realize that once they impact, all the damage will spread. They may not intelligently know this, but they reflexively know it. So it spreads all the damage out throughout them, and it doesn't really hurt them as much because of the way they're built. It's that thesis paper is crazy to read.
So a cat's terminal velocity is 60 miles per hour, and basically they can survive it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cats are made of liquid.
A cat's one of those weird states of matter where they could be a liquid or a solid depending
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a friend that when we were in college that was theorizing that if he took a cat and took a slice of bread with peanut butter or jelly on it, and you put the
Yes.
cat's paws on the same side as the non-bread material, peanut butter or jelly, and then you dropped it, it would spin perpetually forever.
on perpetual motion.
Yeah, so you could have perpetual motion
Hook
trains
it up
and
to a
vehicles.
generator, and
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
The poor cat.
So when you started
Some
to,
of them deserve it.
when you started to ask your question, I thought you were gonna say, "Did you know that cashews come from a fruit?"
That's exactly what I was going to do.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Here's another fun one. A tardigrade can survive in space. Those are those like little microscopic teddy bear looking things. They can
Yeah.
survive the vacuum of space and the most horrid environments on Earth.
Very durable.
Interesting.
Very durable. All right, what's your question, Mr. Chris? Did you remember it?
Your random
was-
question.
Oh,
Do you know that cashews come from a fruit?
Oh,
It's a reference to
That's all you
a
got.
music.
see, I thought that was gonna be your amazing fact.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that
But
it's
it is.
kind of a question and his amazing fact.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a.
Oh, I have a question.
There you go.
Ooh,
Where's
there
the
we
question?
go.
Did you think about the Roman Empire today?
Actually, I brought that up yesterday at work. I looked at a guy. I'm like, "Hey, how often do you think of the Roman Empire?" He's like, "I don't." I'm like, "But I do."
The thing
Scare
is, that,
thing.
like, this trend just makes us think about it more.
I know, it's great. It's a great side effect of it.
Right. Like, Chris, have you played the game recently?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
Do you not know what the game is?
I don't think he knows what the game is.
Oh, I see
I
what he's
see what you're
doing,
doing.
but I
I'm
didn't
doing-
look at it.
I didn't look at it either.
Okay.
Peripheral.
Yeah, I grew up in that era, so
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
That era kind of died out when I was in school. It was still
Wait,
slightly going, but
so-
it died out.
The A-OK, but flipped upside down below the waist. What is that from? Because
That's part of the game.
Okay, because this was revived during my time. 'Cause, like, this was a huge thing for my generation. Probably 2017, 2018. Like, this was.
Yeah, I
It was a
remember that.
really short emergence, but everybody was doing it. There was a time I was working at Wendy's where I would write it on everything, just a little symbol
Write
of
the game.
Yeah, well, no, I'd write the a hand doing the A-OK symbol, but I'd leave it below the waist, which was one of the rules. It only counted if you looked at it below the waist. But it was such a big thing.
I think it started up back then because some guy, like on Vine, YouTube, I don't know if TikTok was around back then.
Maybe
I don't
at the
think it
start.
was.
No.
But it
not
was some
then.
guy that was like going on like really serious, real interesting sounding conversation. Then he goes, "You have lost the game." It's like, "Yeah!" I freaked out. Like, and then of course I sent it to some buddies of mine at work.
Heard that.
Okay, let's go. I'm looking up like a whole list of questions here.
Okay. What's the next one?
Good.
Let's go. What do you think is overrated?
I mean, I have a lot of answers, but it's just straight up TikTok. Sorry.
Oh,
I mean, sorry, sponsor.
I'm a big TikTok fan.
I'm sorry. I don't watch a lot of it on there, but there's just all this culture about TikToks.
Short video format, like super short video format that's like
I do like
10
oh.
10 to 15 seconds. That's part of a conversation that drives me bananas.
I don't like the short
hate
format,
it.
but something I developed from having a major in video production is I hate that ratio. Portrait ratio is such a stupid ratio to
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
Like, don't shoot videos in that. If
Yeah.
you're gonna do anything, please shoot it landscape.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
And all those YouTube videos that have all the phone videos on it, and then it's got the blurry version of the video
Oh, it's
behind
so
it. That drives me
awful.
nuts, and
Black
everybody does
bars.
that.
It is quite awful.
I'd rather have the black bars.
I would rather have the back bars too. The blurry stuff is really, it's kind of annoying to look at.
Yeah. Well, and my eyes are bad, so when I don't have my contacts in, that's about what it looks like.
So
So
it all looks-
it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It's like my eyes can't focus.
So I would definitely change my answer to that ratio, and certainly, oh my gosh, the
The blurry.
blurry sidebars instead of just black bars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid in the first place because they've squished it to make it fit in a landscape, even though it's a portrait and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Stop it.
So, Chris, what do you think is overrated?
I have a lot of things that I think are
Well,
overrated.
throw a couple out here.
Talk about your devils.
What?
Do you mean the unholy three?
Yeah, the only three.
Yeah,
This
only
is
three.
a perfect conversation for you.
Yeah.
They are overrated. I have something that we call the unholy three, and it's Walmart, Starbucks, and GameStop.
Yep.
Why are they unholy, Chris?
Why GameStop?
Because
I mean, I know
like
why.
Walmart and Starbucks, they started off as a good company, and corporation got their dirty claws into them and
Yeah.
made them just a
Like,
giant money machine and
don't-
uncaring about their employees.
I wanted to work for GameStop before I met these two, but they have some really not happy but crappy business practice.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of quotas, from what I've heard, that the employees have to meet or
Yeah.
reprimand. You know,
Yeah.
Wow.
Just look up ex GameStop employees. There are plenty of them on YouTube. They will tell you
Yeah.
horror stories about everything. GameStop used to be a pretty good company before EB Games bought them. They used to actually give you cash for your games if you brought them in, and they gave you a fair market price. It was like a third of what they were going to sell it for.
oh yeah, but now it's just
It's
terrible.
like, oh, you're going to bring in a game? Okay, we'll give you $1 in-store credit for this game we're going to sell for $60.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous already because
Yeah.
everything's digital and going digital anyway.
right. So, yeah, I don't like their business practices at all.
No, Walmart. I haven't heard good things about how they treat their employees. And I don't know. I just don't like Starbucks.
Yeah, they're kind of a mediocre
Yeah,
at best.
like I'd like to go to baristas or scooters, preferably baristas. But
I still have not been there as much as
Dude,
everybody has talked about it.
man.
I have never been.
Their coffee is cheaper and it's way better.
wait, isn't the baristas one like?
Yeah, that's right over there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
after this podcast, you're getting in my car and we're driving over there.
Don't they close at like 6?
7.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We're supposed to technically be over by 6:30.
We can get a hold of Dalton's wife and be like, hey,
Hey, Chloe.
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, okay, I'd like to go over there after the podcast, but I don't know how long we're doing it. I'd bring you something.
They're closed.
Oh,
Are they?
Chris, why would
It's
you
Friday.
like me?
They close at 5:30.
No. My
Oh, it
caffeine.
sucks so much that they're good to their employees.
I know.
Right.
yeah, that they actually care.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, like I'm super happy about that.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Sadly.
But if you'd
But
like
love
to
to be,
sponsor us,
yeah.
go to
Yeah. You
Oh,
guys, you know a guy, right?
Their
Chris?
owner knows where to get a hold of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
I want to read real quick one of my favorite portions of the Bible.
Okay.
It deals with King David when he brought the ark home. He's out there dancing and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to start off at 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 20, and it's a certain kind of joke. I would say the word, but we're a Christian podcast, so I can't say the word. a male appendage joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 20 through like 23 or something like that. When David returned home to bless his own family, Michal, Michelle? I don't know. It's Michal.
Michael?
It's a female though.
Michal?
Yeah. Michal?
Mikhail?
Maybe it's Michelle.
I'm going to go with Michal. Sounds great. Okay. So when David returned home to bless his own family, Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet him. She said in disgust, "How distinguished the king of Israel looked today, shamelessly exposing himself to the servant girls like any vulgar person might do." David retorted to Michal, "I was dancing before the Lord who chose me above your father and all his family. He appointed me as the leader of Israel, the people of the Lord. So I celebrate before the Lord. Yes, and I am willing to look even more foolish than this, even to be humiliated in my own eyes. But those servant girls you mentioned will indeed think I am distinguished." Because basically, if you don't know the story, he was pretty much naked dancing, just flapping around out there.
Right. No, I've got the
So
picture.
they won't know he's distinguished. I thought it was funny. Those kind of jokes
No,
are
no.
biblical. I'm just saying.
It's cheeky. You put that in the Bible, surely.
That's funny.
It's very cheeky.
That also goes, do you think it's okay to dance during worship?
Yeah. But hey, are you going to answer the overrated question?
Oh, sorry.
I thought what you shared was very fun.
It was fun. I was just
Overrated. Oh,
yeah.
overrated.
I wasn't trying to shut you down.
KFC chicken.
KFC
Yes.
chicken. Yeah, I could agree
Like,
with that.
even before I worked at Cane's, who has the best chicken, KFC is so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, they got great mashed taters and brown gravy.
yeah,
That's
like
about
this-
that's like the only thing I love there.
The sides are great, but the actual entrees, it's hit or miss.
Do they still have their mac and cheese? Their mac and cheese used to be
I
good.
think they still have their mac and cheese. I don't know why they'd get rid of it.
So many places get rid of their mac and cheese. That's
So
why I'm
many
like,
places get rid of the good stuff.
yeah. If it's good, it's probably gone most
Oh,
of the
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
But back to your other question.
Yeah, because there's like so many people that are always freaking out. Oh, you're not supposed to dance in church down in. Well, according to from what I just read, King David, the man after God's own heart, danced naked in front of everybody for God, and it's totally fine. Oh,
So, the name looks like it was Hebrew originally, and it looks like it's pronounced "mi," like you would say "me." The CH is the same sound that Hanukkah is, the CH of Hanukkah. So, ha, and then AL.
Mihal.
Mihal.
I was the
yeah.
closest.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yay! That is
Mihal.
Yeah.
a good
That's
name.
It's a cool sound.
Very unique, cool name. Of course, it's it's Hebrew. It's not
Yeah.
very neat.
I definitely
I had to know.
on the dancing and worship. I think it's totally fine. I don't think you should probably do it naked. That might get you in trouble. But
Oh.
if you're in your own home and you're dancing naked before the Lord, I don't think there's a problem with that.
Just use protection if you're flapping around.
Yeah, I mean,
Same.
in public, it's probably not,
Well, yeah,
not
no.
something you should do. But in the privacy of your own home.
I would think that if you're in your own home and you're dancing naked to the Lord and the Lord was offended, he'd let you know.
Oh
So I
yeah.
don't think it's an
probably,
issue. Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the deal. She was like berating him for that, right? And then it goes on to say because of that, she remained childless throughout her entire life because she gave David crud for dancing before the Lord.
Dun dun dun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I've got personal friends like, oh, you're not supposed to dance. I'm like, well, have you read your Bible?
Yeah.
Because it's in there multiple times. It talks about part of the Levites or whatever. There were people dancing at
Yeah.
the same time, waving flags around. It's all biblical.
Yeah.
Stop hating. Let them worship their own way.
What?
What?
Don't be afraid to worship people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't worship people,
Yeah.
but
Don't be afraid to worship people. Don't be afraid to worship people. Yeah.
don't be afraid to worship, comma,
Right,
people.
right.
Let's
Okay.
eat grandma.
Yeah.
Let's eat grandma.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's the
the comma lesson.
Let's eat, comma, grandma.
Oh, I've never
Let's
heard
eat
that.
grandma.
Yeah. Makes a big difference,
Yes, it really does.
especially for grandma.
How you guys got to stop making me laugh. It's
Sorry.
Sorry.
breaking up all the.
I'm not sorry.
That's
Speaking
where
of
I
which-
was like last week when I was still recovering from my
Yeah.
infection. Every time we'd get loud, I'd be like,
Yeah, I start coughing.
Can we agree that English sucks?
Yeah.
yes.
I appreciate some of the things that English has done for us and what it does now, but it is one of my least favorite languages, and it is the only language I can speak.
It doesn't even sound cool,
No, it
to
doesn't.
be honest. Unless you like going like old school medieval British accent, then it sounds cool. But it's not like when you're like, I don't know, people singing in Spanish. It just sounds better. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Italian or French, especially.
I don't like French.
Oh, dude, it's such a beautiful.
Oh, baby, I like my escargot on my plate. Oh, eat snail. Sorry, I surrender.
There goes our sponsorship from France.
Would you say they surrendered it?
Oh,
Well,
Interesting.
I bet you that song. It's like I surrender. That Christian song is written by a French person.
Oh,
Oh.
Just saying, written by a French person.
you're offending
well,
my
I
French
like
heritage.
I like French, and I like France, and I like French people.
Shawnee will bring this up later. She listens to the podcast. I did the DNA test, and apparently I am part French.
Ah,
So I'm not happy about that. Just saying.
I also want to say
And Canadian, so it's like double
Hey.
whammo.
So
we're not being rude towards other races. This is purely for fun. We love everybody.
We do
Just
love
want to say
everybody.
that
Yes.
right now. A lot of hate towards the French right now. Holy crap!
So speaking of the DNA test,
Yeah.
did you do the 23andMe?
I did Ancestry.com.
Okay, because 23andMe had a data breach
Oh, did they?
and people's data got leaked.
data breach.
Yeah,
Leaked.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's the government. They. Oh, here you go. Sorry.
Well, China probably, but
China.
Whatever.
Plum Bob.
Plum Bob. Yeah, I did for my game nights. We'll do like a big circle. I forget what it's called. Fishbowl.
Fishbowl. Yeah.
Fishbowl. And there's one thing. If you're watching this, you'll see what I'm doing. I'll kind of try to describe it. Where someone keeps putting Donald Trump in all the time. You got to act it out. So like our big go-to thing for Donald Trump is just the hand on the head and hair waving.
Wavy
Basically,
hair,
is what it's
yeah.
imitating.
Your fingers waving looks like his
Yeah.
hair.
And if you do the one word, it's orange.
Orange.
Yep.
Orange.
Or if it's as many words as you want, everybody says orange man.
Or China. You got to say it with that voice.
It's interesting. For me and my friends, it was always you put the hand up and you kind of you put your duck lips a little bit, just a little bit, and then you got to get the voice. It's been a very long time since I've done it, Donald.
Like this. Yeah.
It's the best accent I've ever done. Maybe the best one in the entire world.
Nobody could do it better.
Nobody can do it better than I can.
I love
I'm the greatest.
I love to hear people do imitations of Trump. I also like to hear people do imitations of Fauci. Those are hilarious. Yes.
I don't even remember what he sounds like, to be honest.
He sounds like Brooklyn, Bronx. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's older, so he's got the older sounding voice. So yeah, I can't do it. I'm terrible at accents, but it's fun to watch people do the accents for Dr. Fauci.
Something's going on in Chris's
I
head.
don't actually remember who Dr. Fauci is.
I got it here.
He was the big guy that was in charge of like the CDC and stuff.
Yeah, he's the one that made us wear masks and wanted us to wear double masks and
Yeah.
then get
even-
more and more shots.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No.
The one who got really rich. I mean,
And then, yeah, he actually had like his own money stake inside the lab that leaked the COVID
Oh, yeah.
virus.
Oh.
Yeah. This is going to get a COVID warning on YouTube.
Probably.
Now. It will.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And probably Spotify too. Rumble won't do that though.
It's all right.
Rumble.
We're here. We're here to talk about it.
It'll pop up. It'll say COVID misinformation. Beep, 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 beep. Anytime
It's not
somebody
really-
says COVID, it'll
It's not
pop
really
it up.
misinformation though, because we were told to wear double masks and get
Oh,
more
yeah.
and more shots.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw
Yeah.
the algorithm on that one. Or
Yeah.
the AI that they're using to do that.
Yeah.
Just wash your hands.
Anytime I get
healthy.
on a video and they have the little thing that this COVID information may not be accurate, blah, 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 I always just like submit feedback. Stop telling me your COVID propaganda.
Whoa. He kind of sounds like John Travolta when John
Really?
Travolta was younger and coming up. Yeah, from
He,
Huh.
because it's that Bronx, you said, right?
yeah, like Bronx.
It's that same
Bronx
area.
accent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Yeah. He's got a very unique accent. It's fun to listen to people imitate him.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I was like listening to JFK talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't do a very good JFK.
I didn't know you were that old.
What do you mean?
I'm joking. Joking.
Don't make Stacy cough lung out here.
Sorry.
I mean, it's kind of good because it's breaking up the
Yeah.
crud, but
Oh, there's another interesting fact. Did you know that JFK shot twice?
Yeah.
And JFK was the first to shoot, not Greedo.
oh my god.
Why am I getting a head shake?
I'm
Why are
not
you
even-
booing me? You know I'm right.
Not even touching this one.
Oh my gosh.
P.S. Jokes aside, Han Solo did shoot first. Just wanted to
It's
say
not a
that.
debate.
It's not a debate.
Well,
Han
Why
Solo
is it
shot
a
first.
debate with people?
So
I don't get it
there
because it's pretty easy to see.
There are so many editions of Star Wars.
No.
No, there are a lot
There's
of.
just one.
No, okay, ignore Chris because he's a stubborn old man. There are several editions of Star Wars. There is one that I subscribe to. I'm with this man right here. There's only one in my heart. But there are actually a lot of editions of Star Wars, and some of them, they changed it.
so Guido shot first.
Yeah, so Greedo shot first, so it looked like it made sense. I'm sure that there was another one where it was confusing,
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
they tried to alter it. But the best one is where Han shot first, because he's just better.
There's the original theatrical cut where Han Solo shoots first because he's a scoundrel and he would shoot to keep himself from being
Yep.
shot.
Truly.
Then when George Lucas decided to make the special edition version, he put in Greedo shooting first because he wanted to make Han Solo look more like a good guy and less like a scoundrel. Which
Yeah.
I'm like, he's a scoundrel.
He's a
At that
scoundrel.
point, he's a scoundrel. He
He's
would have
not
shot
a
first.
great
Yeah.
man.
He would have not even let Greedo even get his finger on the trigger.
He wanted
would have
to
totally taken him.
he wanted to make him more heroic.
Right, which is
But-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
He wasn't a hero at that point.
No.
He
He
was a
wasn't
scoundrel.
supposed to be.
No, he was in it for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
He was 100% give me the paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Google here says in the original cut of the scene, Han Solo shoots Greedo after feeling the situation becoming increasingly threatening.
Right.
Whilst later versions of the moment show Greedo shooting first and missing before he is taken out.
Yeah.
That just makes Greedo, like double
Even more incompetent.
double
Yeah.
incompetent
I
because
don't
he
think,
misses.
Yeah, because he's like right there, like
Yeah.
4 feet away.
Jabba wouldn't send somebody after Han Solo. That's
Well,
that incompetent though.
Greedo wasn't up and coming, but he wasn't that incompetent. If he would have had the drop on it.
Right. Like he would have had to have some skills. Jabba's
Yeah.
not an idiot.
Right. He was up and coming, but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't
Right.
like green off the field. I've never shot a blaster before.
Yeah.
Right. He knew at least where to point the end.
And Rhodians are known for becoming bounty hunters, so they
Oh, yeah.
have a tendency to be very accurate with blasters.
Ah, Rhodey.
Or accurate with blasters, I shouldn't say very. Anywho, Star Wars.
Well, this is the podcast part where we're winging it, so it's all right.
Oh, we've been winging this whole thing.
I know, and
today.
isn't it beautiful?
It's been so much fun.
Do you have a story yet, Mr. Chris?
Oh, yeah. Do you need more time?
Yes, all the time.
all the
All
time.
right. Well, it's time for my story, and this fits with what I assume is last podcast where you guys were talking supposedly about spooky stuff. Spooky
Yeah.
Stories. Yes.
Did you
So-
listen to last podcast?
No, I was.
We went
just
into
told
straight
about
like
it.
ghost stories and demon stories from our childhood.
Oh, heard
I
that.
think he had like the demon dog experience. Which somebody commented on that TikTok, by the way. They're like, it sounds like you saw a hellhound.
It was too short.
Yeah.
He was 8 foot tall.
Maybe they're giant.
No.
Ow. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to need to listen to those later.
You should.
Yeah.
Oh, if I remember to, certainly.
My mom called me during when she was watching the podcast, and she's like, "They're talking about skinwalkers," and it was before we actually came up with the name. She's like, "I saw one of those." So she's got a story about that too. That if I can get her to come on remotely, she can tell.
Would she be able to next Friday, maybe?
Maybe we'll have to ask her.
Just be able to Bluetooth one of your phones right here, straight into it.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, John.
Right,
Sorry.
the story. Straight up, I was just I was standing, and I was going to make myself some fried shrimp, breaded shrimp, in the air fryer one day at home. I was the only one home, not doing a whole lot. I moved to the stove, making a kettle of tea, and out of nowhere, out of the corner of my eye, you know how it is when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, that's a person. And, when you're tired, you're like, I can see there are shapes in the visions of my eyes. I know they're not real. The shape of the corner of my eye was on my left, looked very real, and I remember it was like a tan color, what I had always assumed old-timey robes would look like.
Huh.
And I saw it and immediately got those shivers, and I'm like, okay, well, that was weird. I think I saw a man in weird tan robes in my kitchen. And I'm looking around, obviously. I'm like, hello, out loud. And, there's obviously no answer. There's not going to be a physical answer most of the time, I bet. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to assume that was you, Jesus, because there's not any other biblical figure or person I would assume wearing those types of robes. What do you want me to do? And something I associate with God and his presence is the wind. Mm-hmm. I have always been a huge fan of the wind.
I agree with that. It's in the Bible, actually.
Yeah, and in fact, I have been associating it even more when we had that story during a podcast about him speaking through the trees through the wind. So I go outside like I usually do. I sit on the porch, sit down in my slightly broken chair, listen to the wind for a bit. Like, all right, what do you want me to do? I'm here. I've heard stories that they've shared, and this happens. And I'm waiting. The wind is blowing. I wait about 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, nothing's happened. And I look around, and there was actually our neighbor does yard work for us, and they had left a machete. That they were doing some major weedage, so they had used a machete. That's why there was one.
They were going to go postal on something.
No.
That's funny.
But there was a machete in our deck. They had just put it between the planks and forgotten about it. And it's like, all right, well, there's nothing else here, and I've been meaning to do this. Thanks, I guess, I think, unless I'm supposed to do something else. So I take the machete. I don't even put on my shoes or socks or sandals. And I just walk over there barefoot, knock on their door, and the neighbor answers. Now, I don't know what they do, but I think they might be under the influence of something sometimes. And the husband answers. And the wife calls out from the living room, "Hey, are you sure you want to leave? You're gonna miss out on this." And I didn't ask about what that was about, but I was like, "Hey, Art, I have your machete," and we just get into a long conversation because he likes to talk. But constantly, the wife is like, "Hey, you're gonna miss out," and eventually she's like, "All right, it's all mine." I was like, "Okay." So we have a nice conversation. I'm standing here trying to be as polite as possible. I don't know if I even like my neighbors that much, but, do the neighborly thing. I'll talk with them. I'll do my best to spread the love. And they're super nice. They really are. And eventually I walk back, and I'm like, I don't know what that was about, but thanks, I guess. And I walk back into my house. I look around, still a little spooked, and I get a sense of calm. That I'm like, okay, well, good to know that it wasn't something bad supernatural.
Yeah.
And I'll just eat my popcorn shrimp. And that was my story. Huh. And I know exactly where the person was standing in my kitchen, and I want to mark it on the floor sometime.
Do it.
Yes.
Let's get some cameras, and then we'll get that Xbox thing that does shows the person walking around or whatever.
The Kinect.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm
where they
so
turn
sad.
that into a ghost
I didn't get to bring my Bible because right after the event, I was like, oh, we talked about this too. Just write stuff down before you forget it, like dreams. So I wrote notes. I don't think I forgot anything, but that was spooky.
I could see that being spooky. Red SUV.
Probably Toby.
Probably. Isn't Toby's
I'll be back.
silver and boxy?
Yeah, actually, but he might have a loader.
That's fair. Otherwise, another player's got here. 746. What are you thinking?
Well, it's 644. Oh, yeah, that's my sister-in-law.
Hi, sister-in-law. We are now waving to sister-in-law.
Yep, she's back there. You can see her on the camera now. That's my sister-in-law, everybody, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble.
Is it
or
Susan?
Maybe TikTok. No, her name is Amber.
Amber. Hello.
Amber, we're on the podcast right now. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Is there anything rated G that you'd like to tell the folks at home?
I'm taking my CDL test.
Or rated spooky.
What?
Do you have anything that's rated spooky?
Heard that.
Not even whatever that ghost is in your parents' house that's like always lurking around.
George?
Yeah.
Oh, he has a name. That's awesome.
I think he followed Grandma to Missouri.
Did I ever tell you, Amber, about when I was working for your dad for that little bit? How I was staying, I think it was in the guest room, and I always felt like somebody was watching me from the doorway, and like did not like that I was there for a while. Yeah, like took a while until like it kind of calmed down, but I know I was being watched. I'm like, George, stop it, go away.
Maybe it wasn't George. I don't know.
I mean, is
Maybe it
George...
was Grandpa Ray. I don't know.
Is
George
that the one
historic?
that passed away in the grain cart?
Yeah.
Because that's why I told your dad that grain cart can't be on my place because weird things happen wherever that is.
I'd be angry if I died in a grain cart.
Yeah. Like when you were living out on the highway and it was out there was a lot of spooky stuff.
Tyler didn't like it out there either.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
A creepy grain cart. Like you'd always feel like
died on that corner just recently. Did you know that?
yeah, they hit the mush corn.
Wait, what happened?
Out near the Giltner Spur. I guess the semi dumped a bunch of like the mush corn out.
Yeah.
And then a state worker and the sheriff were out there trying to clean it up. And somebody came flying through in an Escalade and took out the worker. Or it was a Cadillac, might have been an Escalade. I don't know. It was a Caddy though.
What kind of car?
But yeah,
Well, that's
horrible.
Terrible, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, do you have a spooky story yet?
No.
No more North Platte adventures.
Oh, good lord.
Oh,
This
come
is
on. You have so many stories, man.
this is the episode where Chris is gonna say, "No, I don't have a story. No, I don't have a story.
Apparently
no,
it
I don't
is.
have a story."
And then we're going to
Surprising.
start game night, and he's going to start telling us stories.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
but
how it
that's
usually
different
goes.
stories.
Well, I mean, tell us a scary game story.
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Pull up a seat, kids. Grandpa Lease is going to tell you a story.
let me think.
Getting his pipe out.
I guess.
Phones are back on. He means business.
No, it's serious now.
There's a house in North Platte that one of my friends lived at for a time, and they had a swinging door between the kitchen and the dining room. And he used to say, "There's a ghost here because it'll go through the swinging door. You'll hear steps upstairs, and the basement's crazy." And I'm like, okay. So we sat there. I saw the swinging door move once, but I could tell there was a presence, and I would state confidently that it was not a angelic presence. So he's like, "Let's go down to the basement because you got to check this out." So we went down in the basement, and there was a place in the basement where they once upon a time they used to feed the coal in from outside into this area,
Yeah.
and then you'd feed the coal from there into the furnace. And the closer that you got to that coal chute area, you could feel, I would say somebody was killed there, but probably not an adult, maybe a kid.
Why is it always the coal chute?
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, like, can't you kill people in a friendly, non-coal associated way? I'm just saying.
I don't know if
I mean, that's
that
not
could
the
be
message.
friendly at all.
That's not the message that I want to portray, but, like, can't coal chutes be friendly?
Sure.
Because I think, having a house with a coal chute's kind of neat.
I think
I
at
don't
the
know
house I
that.
lived at in Litchfield, there was a spot where there was a door used to be for the coal. There wasn't the chute anymore. It was very badly not poured, but badly laid concrete blocks for that basement. So it was real crappy. But yeah, yeah,
Why
that
can't,
basement was bad.
why can't basements ever be nice? Like, oh, I always wanted to live in a basement.
I've got a fun shoot-related story, but it's fun. It's
Okay.
not spooky.
That's fine.
Shoot?
Yeah, shoot. Well, we were talking about coal shoots.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I
Shoot
won't.
with a C, not an S.
I won't name names just to protect the innocent. But
Jimmy.
I grew up. Our neighbors that I grew up with. There were two boys and a sister. Their sister, and the one boy sleepwalked. And so one night I was staying over with them, and I was in their room, and he got up and walked out of the room in the middle of the night. But I heard him, but I went back to sleep because I was like, I know that this person does this, so I don't care. In the morning, his mom screamed up his name at him because he had gone into what he thought was the bathroom and lifted the lid to do number one, but he'd actually opened the laundry chute, and yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So that was always a good giggle.
I feel so sad. I did the exact same thing. It wasn't a laundry chute, but I ruined a boombox that I still wish I had because it was a boombox that had radio and a CD player and it could play cassettes and it was awesome. And I know,
And you,
rest in peace.
yeah, you.
Oh yeah, number one, all over.
Oh,
He'd all over.
I don't even remember it.
that's sad.
Speaking of shoots, I went to school in Mason City for elementary for a couple years. They still had that old fire chute, like giant slide thing.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we would always love doing that. All right, we're gonna go practice getting out of the building. Yeah, I'll take off and run to the door. Something go flying out of it.
Right.
Calm and orderly.
That's fun.
Single file.
I have a fun sleepwalking story.
All right, let's hear it.
So,
Story
and
time.
it kind of fits in with the spooky because it was really weird. So, this was around Christmas time. My sister and I were up late because we had baked a birthday cake for Jesus, and it's like a several tiered cake that's different colors, and it has different colors of icing on it.
I want cake.
And each part of it
Heard
has something symbolic about the life and death of Jesus and
Yeah.
everything. I don't remember anything about how it was set up, but anyway, my mom went to bed and my sister and I were still up. We were waiting for the cake to cool so we could decorate it. And we started to walk down the hallway past my brother's room. And my brother comes running from the opposite direction. He's wearing his coat and his boots and his gloves and like the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
Runs into his room. We're like, well, that was weird because it was my brother and he does weird stuff.
Yeah.
So he didn't say anything to us. He just ran past us, had his eyes wide open, everything. And then we went into the kitchen. We took care of the cakes, and then we came back, and we were checked. We didn't actually do anything to him because it was like a couple minutes. So we checked him, and they weren't cool enough or whatever. And then we came back down the hallway, and we looked into his room. He was laying on his bed with his butt sticking up in the air, because that's how he used to sleep a lot when he was a kid, in his underwear. Nothing else. And I don't know where he came from or where he went, but he was like fully dressed and then he like stripped and was asleep. But he didn't remember it the next day. He was sleepwalking. So
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it was not very long, and we were back in there, and we were like, how did he? It takes him forever to get dressed and undressed. What the heck?
Speaking of sleepwalking, I'm going to do one more story, and then I think we're going to call it because we got game night coming up here.
Oh yeah.
There was a Green Beret in Vietnam that when he would fall asleep would still be awake, and apparently it was reported that he would go and like go after the Viet Cong and kill off a bunch of them and do all this crazy stuff, save his platoon from surprise attacks and all this stuff going on. They found out that he had a twin, and the brain of the twin was still in his head. and it would like seem like it would take over when the main brain would fall asleep. The little brain would take over,
Huh.
and it would
Wow.
do all that.
Fascinating.
Wow.
And apparently, when he got back to the States, he kind of went a little crazy with it. And then he escaped from the mental facility he was in, and they never saw him again.
Wow. That's crazy.
So basically, what they thought was he was sleepwalking and, doing all the Green Beret stuff. Turns out he had another brain in his head.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Weird story. It's a lot longer to listen to the whole thing, but that was the gist. I'm a very
Wow.
good gist teller.
Oh,
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our random Winging It episode. I don't know if I want to call this story time or Winging It. Winging it, if I could say it correctly.
In the ninging.
Wingdings. All right. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Rumble, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and multiple other podcasting things. Podbean. That's our main distributor person or website. Platform. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening and or watching. We love you. Chris, do you want to lead us out in a prayer on this
love
one?
to.
Yours are quick, sweet, and to the point, and I love them.
Okay, perfect. All right, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for everything that you've done for us, and we thank you for everything you're going to do in your holy, blessed name. Amen.
Amen. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Beep boop.
Not even an outro.